Hello, welcome to Report Vikings, your daily Minnesota Vikings news channel. Let's explore today's latest news. But first, I ask for your help. Like this video. Many of you follow our content daily, but forget to click the like button. It's a simple, free gesture that helps us a lot. I appreciate your support. Today we have two pieces of news that are driving fans crazy. There's great news about a Vikings star, and a big signing that could happen. Now, enough of the chit-chat, let's go. Vikings fans have reason to be optimistic about Harrison Smith's future. Few players embody the spirit of the Minnesota Vikings like Harrison Smith, the veteran safety who has worn the purple and gold jersey for more than a decade, has become a mainstay of the team's defense, racking up impressive feats throughout his career. However, after the Vikings' playoff exit against the Los Angeles Rams in January, questions arose about his future. Would that have been his last game for the franchise? Despite the uncertainty, the team's fans have reason to smile. Smith still has 1 year left on his contract, and while no official decision has been announced, recent statements from KSTP's Darren Wolfson suggest the veteran could delay his retirement for at least one more season. During his appearance on SKOR North's Minnesota Sports with Mackey and Judd, Wolfson brought an optimistic outlook for those hoping to see the defender continue to play. The Vikings and Harrison Smith, a partnership that could still pay off. According to Wolfson, everything indicates that Smith still has gas in the tank, and that the Vikings can find a financial solution to keep him on the roster without compromising their budget. He can still play at a high level, and I don't think the Vikings need to make huge financial sacrifices to keep him, he said. Yes, he has already accepted salary cuts in the last 2 years, but I believe there is still interest in a return, as long as the amount is reasonable. To me, it makes perfect sense for this to happen. Beyond the financial aspect, there are sporting reasons to believe that Smith's stay would be beneficial for both parties. The safety remains an essential piece in the defense led by Brian Flores, who will return for his 3rd year as the team's defensive coordinator. The continuity of the system could be a decisive factor for a possible return of the veteran, who has already demonstrated great adaptation to Flores' scheme. Smith's impact on Minnesota's defense. The numbers make it clear that Harrison Smith is still one of the Vikings' most valuable defenders. In 2024, he received the highest grade among all team safeties, according to Pro Football Focus, PFF, and finished 35th among the 98 qualified NFL safeties. Additionally, he was the 4th player with the most tackles on the team, in addition to recording the 2nd-best mark in interceptions and passes defended. Smith's experience and leadership cannot be ignored either. Over the years, he has become a true captain on and off the field, being a reference for younger players. His presence in the locker room can be fundamental for the development of new talents and for maintaining the team's defensive identity. The final decision is in the hands of the veteran. Now, the big question that remains is Smith willing to face another season in the NFL? At 36 years old, the veteran needs to decide whether he wants to continue facing the intense routine of training and games, or if it is time to start a new chapter off the pitch. If he decides to stay, his presence will be crucial for a team looking to establish itself as one of the best defenses in the league. If you choose to retire, you will leave an impressive legacy and a gap that will be difficult to fill. Regardless of what happens, one thing is certain. Harrison Smith has already sealed his name in Vikings history and will be remembered as one of the greatest defenders to ever wear the team's jersey. Now, fans can only anxiously await his decision. Vikings tipped as target for $49 million Super Bowl champion. The Minnesota Vikings quarterback situation has been a hot topic this offseason, but the team also needs to bolster its defense, especially at cornerback. Pro Football Talk's Ben Rolfe predicted the Vikings could sign Carlton Davis III, who is currently with the Detroit Lions. Minnesota could lose its top 3 cornerbacks in free agency, making it essential to find reinforcements at the position. Davis, 28, was a 2nd-round draft pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and played 6 seasons with the team before being traded to the Lions in the 2024 offseason. The Vikings need to fill a lot of holes in their secondary, Rolfe wrote on February 19th. The problem is that they also have needs at other positions, such as offensive line, running back, and defensive line. The advantage for the Vikings is that they have cap space to bolster several areas. Carlton Davis is an interesting option, with a projected contract valued at under $14 million per year. That represents a more viable investment compared to Byron Murphy, who is estimated to cost more than $22 million per year. That difference could allow the Vikings to invest in more than one veteran to strengthen the position. Davis brings talent, but injury concerns persist. While he is a talented cornerback, Davis's durability is a concern. Spotrac projects him to receive a 3-year contract valued at $41.3 million, which could be a big investment for Minnesota. Davis has earned $49.9 million over his career, but he has not played more than 14 games in a season since 2020, when he won the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. In 2024, he played in 13 games and missed games due to a knee injury. Durability is a big question for Davis. Rolfe said, "He has missed games in every season of his career, including 13 starts in the last 3 years." Despite the injuries, Davis had a productive season, recording 56 combined tackles, 11 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 forced fumble. He allowed a 55.3% completion rate on 42 passes thrown his way, ranking as the 18th best defender in that regard, according to StatHead. Over the Cap projects the Vikings will have $63.3 million to invest this offseason, which could make it possible to sign Davis. Vikings defense overhaul seems imminent. The Vikings secondary could be in for a significant overhaul. Byron Murphy, Shaquille Griffin, and Stephon Gilmore are free agents, while 2023 third-round pick Mekhi Blackman is returning from an ACL injury that ruled him out for the entire 2024 season. The team also has other prospects, including Dwight McGlothern and former Chicago Bears defensive end Reddy Stewart. However, no cornerbacks under contract for 2025 played for the Vikings last season. The Vikings could still lose 2 of their top 3 safeties. Cameron Bynum is a free agent and could be expendable if the team prioritizes keeping Byron Murphy. Harrison Smith could opt to retire after 13 seasons in the NFL, while Josh Metellus, the team's third safety, is in the final season of his contract and could be eligible for a raise. With so many potential changes on defense and other needs on the roster, the Vikings could be ready for a complete overhaul this offseason, and Carlton Davis could be a key part of that process.